Hey guys, so today's video we are going to every parent's worst nightmare. Okay, this is a course by Explore With Us Bodycam. I don't know anything about this one.
Is it fair to say you kind of lost your temper a little bit during this?
Yeah, but not intentionally though.
He told me what happened. Something about glass. He thought he saw something about glass, and then he saw blood. That's all he told me.
I was doing this with him, and then I did this really hard.
It's precise and deliberate. That doesn't happen randomly. What happened prior to that?
Why have I got a feeling this is not the first time that someone has phoned CPS or the police on this guy around this kid?
I was not doing nothing.
That's where the injury is, and the hospital had to glue it.
Oh, my.
On October 21st, 2023, an investigator with the Florida Department of Children and Families alerted the Holly Hills Police Department near Daytona Beach, Florida, about a possible case of child abuse that they'd recently been made aware of.
Look, I know that CPS is super understaffed. They need so much evidence or whatever to take kids away and things like that. A lot more complex than people sort of give it credit for. But it scares the shit out of me that there are so many cases of child neglect, child abuse, and they can't do anything because they don't seem to be able to do anything until the kid's dead. The same bullshit with like gun laws and stuff. How many kids need to get hurt? How many kids need to die before something actually gets done? Do you guys only care about kids in the womb and not, you know, being harmed by child abusers, being harmed by predators, being harmed by pedos, being harmed by guns in schools where they should be fucking safe, harmed in churches? Jesus fucking Christ. Literally.
The case was so disturbing that it was almost difficult to believe and made their blood run cold.
I'm not actively, by the way, trying to find child abuse cases to react to, because I know like I've done a few now. It's just because I'm going by the length of the videos. A lot of videos are like 30 to 40 minutes long. If I'm going to be reacting to them, it's a lot of content to react to. So unless you guys want to see like 2-3 hour videos, which I'm going to need to get a new memory card if that's the case, because I've only got like an hour and 30 minutes on my current memory card. To be able to know what I'm reacting to, I have to react in real time. Yeah, the videos would be ridiculously long. So because of that, I try to find like 15-minute-ish clips to react to. So just note that I'm not actively trying to find child abuse cases every single time I sit down to film. Apologies. I know it was a bit of a spiel.
The incident had taken place 4 days earlier.
He's cousin or brother to the child's mother, and this is the mother of the mother.
So grandma.
Yeah, so it happened at grandma's house.
That was a very confusing way to say that.
I'm sure you're aware of the situation with the grandchild went to the hospital the other day and everything like that.
I came home. He changed his diaper, and he called her and said, "Come get him."
Okay, with the child prior to him calling mom. Is that accurate? You gave her the video? Okay.
My camera system went off.
Could be the whole day's worth from that day.
Should be.
She seems a little standoffish for someone who has video footage of something that's clearly happened if she's handed that over.
I need to talk to you though, Timothy. I have to make sure that you weren't trying to intentionally harm this kid because he was pissing you off. Okay.
I got so many pictures of me and him together, him laughing, playing with me.
Doesn't mean in that moment you weren't trying to hurt him. It's actually terrifying the way people just switch up. It's one of the things that women have for generations been shouting about. Men can switch up on us so quickly. You know, there's just been this whole like, I'm rolling my eyes, loneliness epidemic for men. The reason for that is because they kind of show their true colours very quickly, and we have to recognise those red flags very quickly for our own safety. There's been so many of us who have been harassed, assaulted, abused, emotionally, physically, financially, before it even getting to the fact that our biggest predator in life that can kill us is men. The things societally are sort of told to build a life with. I still remember to this day, someone I was with for 7 years, not the boyfriend I'm currently with, this is someone I was with years ago. We were having an argument, and when he shouted at me, and he never used to raise his voice by the way, but when he shouted at me, I must have looked terrified because he turned around to me. I can't remember if it was at that moment or later that day or the next day after we'd both cooled down or whatever it was. He said, "I'm never, ever, ever going to raise my voice to you ever again because I never ever want to see you that scared ever again. I mean, there's been, even today, I sent my boyfriend a video today which showed a guy who overheard these other two guys' conversation, and they said that they want to bring this girl standards down. Like, the fact that they say that out loud, they feel comfortable in the current climate in 2025. I had to say that so many times this week. I cannot believe in 2025 we are talking about racism, fascism, sexism, all the isms, misogyny, like homophobia, like it is rife again in civilization. How are we not past this yet? Sorry.
Do you know much about him?
Not a lot, no.
Is there anything about him that persuades you to believe that he's capable of harming anybody, or particularly your child?
No, I didn't think he would even have ever done it until I asked him the other night, and he smiled when he told me.
Oh, that's sociopathic.
It made me really mad, so I had to leave and haven't been back. When I was playing back the videos,
I know it can't be helped. The buzzing drives me nuts. But that constant buzzing, that's either the camera like saving clips, or it's their phone, or it's, you know, walkie-talkie or something. I don't know. I've never worked in the police force. It's one of those things I have to just get over every video, but personally, it drives me nuts.
that he was being rude to him, like, the whole day that he was watching him, that Tuesday, he was in the playpen the whole time. And he was crying because he wanted to get out. And my cousin was like, he kept crying, I'm going to squirt you. And he kept squirting him with like a spray bottle.
Yeah, that's abusive. I mean, I don't agree with this at all, but people used to do that to like cats and dogs and stuff to teach behaviours. That's gross.
While squirting a small child with water may not be illegal, it certainly raised red flags for investigators.
It shows you kind of getting frustrated with the kid all day.
He was turning and kicking and everything. Of course,
like
you would get
threatening to wash his mouth out and then squirting him with the bottle.
nothing wrong with that. It's water.
Threatening to wash his mouth out, what, with soap or something? That's abusive. It's chemicals. Could literally make him sick.
Nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
It's water.
What about the soap in the
So
mouth?
when someone cusses, that's how I was raised. When you cuss, you wash your mouth out
I
with soap.
understand that.
That's not child. That ain't child abuse. Like y'all assuming.
Doesn't matter if that's how you were raised. That's still abusive. You're threatening a child.
But it's not your child, is what I'm saying.
He's under my watch.
So
The fact that he thinks that excuses his behaviour.
She knows. She knew
that's
about it.
not
She
how the
never
law
said I
says.
couldn't do it.
That's not what the law says, though.
Investigators are beginning to understand the kind of person they're dealing with.
That's what the kid does when he cusses. Imagine when he refuses to do something he asks him to do, or speaks back to him, or is rude. I don't know how old this kid is. Kids can be, at certain ages, they can have attitudes and stuff. So I can only imagine if this kid were or is, say for example 13. I know I had a fucking attitude problem at 13. People probably think I have an attitude problem now. I can only imagine what a 13-year-old with a proper attitude and entitlement and stuff would be like under his care.
So the incident happened while she was at work. She got a call from the cousin. He called her stating what was happening over the regular phone, and she's like, no, FaceTime me and show me. That's when she saw how much blood was there.
I'm not being funny, but if you have to FaceTime him, I think that means you don't trust him.
So she rushed home and had to take him. She took him straight to the hospital.
When she saw how terribly her child was bleeding, she left work and rushed him to the hospital immediately.
The fact that Timothus had a child bleeding in his care and didn't think to phone an ambulance or phone a cab and rush him to the hospital. He phoned the mum to come and get the kid to take it to the hospital. Wow. That screams you don't care at all.
He told me what happened.
What did he say happened?
He said he was wiping him with a diaper wipe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something about glass. He thought he saw something about glass. And then he saw blood. That's all he told me.
Okay, the fact that he's saying about glass, what, cut his face or something, or head, or whatever, or body, I don't know. This is my guesstimation. If it's on his body, he's either thrown, like maybe he's drinking a beer or something like that, and he's thrown it at the kid. If it's on his head, I wonder if he's grabbed a beer bottle or grabbed something and smashed it over his head if it, like, there's blood on his face. My mum went face just because they FaceTimed, but then it could be he FaceTimed and then just showed the injury of wherever it was. They haven't specified yet, but that's my guesstimation at the moment, because that doesn't just happen.
I know he said he broke one of my globes like, what, a couple days ago?
Yeah, like a snow globe full of roses or something like
Yeah.
that.
I went in there to play with them, right? And I smelled when I was wiping them. So yeah, all right here. So I was cleaning it, and when I was cleaning it up here in the diaper wipe, I felt something a little bit hard. And when I took it out, it was an itty bitty piece of glass.
Okay.
And that's when I freaked out and went and called Cheyenne. I didn't tell her at the time because I figured she was gonna beat the out of me.
Based on the hospital, based on CPT, it says that the cousin said that he had found a glass in the diaper and just kept wiping. But with the injuries that are on the child, that story does not add up.
I haven't watched this.
But you know, I mean, you're starting to see how this is looking, though,
Yeah,
right?
I know. Y'all gonna blame me
that-
because I'm a
well,
guy.
no.
That's all it is.
That
I know.
guy is too precise, and you're the only one with him, and that video shows you with him.
Yeah,
Right
it shows
then
me
and there.
changing his diaper.
There is footage due to the fact that there's cameras around.
Can I just say, I mean, me and my boyfriend have spoken about this, like, when we eventually get a place, we'd love to have, like, a camera set up to check on how the cat, because he's got a cat as well, he's a cat dad. Like, we'd love to have a camera set up to figure out what the cats are doing when we're not around, just out of, like, curiosity and stuff. But it does creep me out, like, people that have cameras just set up to record all the time, like a Ring doorbell camera or whatever, in their living room or on their bed, just recording 24/7. I just find that so creepy. What happens if someone hacks in? I just find that so weird. But anyway, for stuff like this, I imagine it's very helpful.
So in the video, you can see something's deleted because in the beginning, you can see him changing, whatever. And then you can see something in his hand and he walks away, baby screaming. Then it cuts out. Then it goes straight to him picking up the child and walking out.
And that's the cousin, right?
That's the cousin.
Okay.
I was changing his diaper.
Okay, so what happened prior to that?
I was not doing nothing.
That's a very weird defensive. It seems open, but his arms are so close to his body. I mean, I'm not a body language expert. I don't know. The way he did that was just.
Where I'm going to is that apparently you think it's okay to squirt him with the water, which is what it is. You think it's okay to wash his mouth out with soap.
I don't put a lot. I only put a
How
dot.
is it that we're not
Oh my
supposed
God.
to believe that you may have?
But y'all not gonna believe me because I'm a guy.
No, we don't believe you because you've already admitted to certain behaviours that people would call abusive, and now all of a sudden this kid is turned up with blood where he's had to be rushed to a hospital, some sort of injury in your care, and the video evidence has clearly had footage removed, and we're meant to believe you.
That's how.
Well, I'm not
work.
gonna believe a lie when I see one.
It's not
So
a
I'm just
lie.
wanting you to be a truth. Now, if you got frustrated or something else happened, that's fine. But what I'm telling you is that people who do this for a living, who are specifically trained to identify wounds like that.
This is the other thing as well. People like this police officer, like CPS workers, people who have been in hospitals where they have seen specific things where it has clearly been an accident. You know, people get in accidents every single day. So they see accidents all the time. Things like this, in abuse cases, they can immediately identify that wasn't a fucking accident. There's something wrong there. And they can also tell from the behaviour of the people surrounding whatever the situation might be. Because, again, in accidents, people act normally in specific ways. So when people aren't acting in specific ways, when people are acting in any way suspiciously, it sends up red fucking flags.
Listen to me talk, because you've been very abrasive this whole time. People that understand those things forensically can look at a cut like that and say that is not indicative with these circumstances, like a random piece of glass. It's precise and deliberate. That doesn't happen randomly. That doesn't happen from a piece of glass, at least not like that.
There was glass in the floor. My grandpa found a bunch of glass. I found a bunch of glass. There was glass
On the floor, but he's in a playpen,
And it was in
right?
a playpen.
See, it makes me wonder if he's thrown something at him. Be like, stop crying. And then, yeah, there's been glass around. They haven't really specified what the cut was. It was clearly around his groin. Maybe he was cleaning him up just from, like, blood or something like that, where he's thrown something at him. It's shattered. He was cleaning the glass off of him. And that's where he's realised, like, maybe something got embedded and he's pulled it out. I don't know.
How to get into the playpen?
I don't know. A few days about.
But he's covers.
About a week ago, he he dropped he hit a glove down on the floor. We had a bunch of gloves with the flowers in them. And I don't know if we got the glass or not, but I found 2 pieces of glass in his playpen.
But again, that's like the glass is...
My mind is going fucking rampant at the moment, trying to figure out what's happened. If it was from a few days ago, grandmother's also said, like, oh, there was a globe that had broken or whatever. I mean, she didn't specify it was days ago, but say it was days ago. Has he picked up a bit of glass and just, like, threatened and swiped at him and then didn't realise he was going to make contact? I don't know. My mind is just going rampant at the moment.
Cheyenne's been, even said that she's found toys and found things in his diaper. And
she told me the complete opposite. I'm not trying to I literally just spoke with her. She said it was the complete opposite of that. He doesn't put stuff like toys or cars or anything in his diaper, which is why I told you, like, that's not indicative of his behavior.
The fact that he's trying to change the story to try and cover up whatever happened, again, just screams red flag, something's going on.
So that's what I'm saying, like that, it's a lack, though. It's not a tear.
I know.
You know what I mean? So you're saying you're pulling and wiping, maybe could have caused an abrasion or a laceration, but how the hell would it go all the way around? Almost all the way around.
That I do not know.
Where they had to almost kind of glue his private back.
Whoa! All the way around? I thought they meant, like, around his body. Did they mean around his... What was he trying to give him a fucking, like... Oh, what is the thing that Jews have? Whoa. That's extreme. And yeah, that's not a mistake. That's not even like you threw something.
What would make you pull on it so hard that would happen? Or wipe so hard that would happen?
The stuff is crusted on there.
So see, that's where the injury is, and the hospital had to glue it. Oh my. Okay.
So you're thinking it's from pulling and wiping too hard?
Yeah.
Okay.
And mixed with that little piece of glass I found inside the baby wipe.
That laceration is too clean for glass. Is what I'm saying. Like a rough edge piece of glass is gonna be ragged. This thing was clean across, almost like someone was like trying to cut his dick off.
I'm just trying to watch for his body language and his facial expressions to try and figure out, like, the fact that someone said that directly to him, and the fact that he's just, like, nonchalantly nodding as if they're talking about the weather, not the injury that you were involved in at the time of looking after a child. Looks like someone was trying to cut off the child's genitals. And your reaction to that assumption is to just nonchalantly nod. Yeah, this is really fucking weird.
Because it's perfectly around. I mean, it's circular. Is it fair to say you kind of lost your temper a little bit during this?
Yeah, but not intentionally, though.
Well, I'm not saying that you intentionally, but you lost your temper. Well, the kid's hurt. I'm happy that we're talking. I want to believe you. I do. I want to believe you.
I was freaking out when it happened.
You were freaking out, but you did phone an ambulance. You phoned the mum and waited for her to get there. You didn't just rush to the hospital with the kid. I just can't get past that.
Did you cut this kid at all? Did you use an instrument to try to cut this kid?
No, sir.
Did he piss you off so bad that you were trying to cut his off?
No, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, positive. Okay. But no, I did not try to intentionally hurt that kid. I really did not try to.
And you didn't use anything else but the wipes?
No, sir.
I could be wrong. That stance, is that not what Chris Watts looked like when he was being interviewed? When his kids were missing, when he knew full well that they were dead in a barrel, or what? Not barrel, but the tanker thing.
You didn't take a knife or anything like that?
No. So I don't even own a pocket knife. All the knives in the kitchen.
It's interesting you went straight to pocket knife. Things like that are very telling.
Timothy Powell was arrested and charged with aggravated child abuse 9 days after this interview. Timothy Powell has pled not guilty and is currently awaiting trial at the Volusia Branch Jail. Cheyenne and her baby boy immediately moved out of the Dickerson home and into a safe environment.
Well, I'm glad of that. But, I mean, this was in 2023, October 2023. Why is he still awaiting trial? They say don't judge a book by its cover, but I wouldn't trust this guy with my dog. Just because you're related to somebody doesn't automatically make them a good babysitter. Yeah. Soaping a 2-year-old's mouth. What the hell could a 2-year-old say to deserve that? Listening to him go on about how he punishes the kid, like, dude, he's 2 years old. I don't own a pocket knife. Sir, no one mentioned a pocket knife? If the kid had just had a blowout, poop is not crusted. Unless he's been left to sit in it for at least an hour. Yeah, this guy, I guarantee, was trying to clean up. So I can't find an update of if he was charged. I imagine there's probably some sort of database you can probably go on to find out, but there's been nothing since November 2023. So unfortunately, I have no idea if he's been charged, but Let's fucking hope he was. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe if you like it. I'd really appreciate it. I'm sorry that there wasn't a video the last couple of weeks. I've been ill with some sort of COVID variant. Almost 5 years, and I finally caught some sort of COVID variant. Guaranteed that's when I was at Blackpink. And then, yeah, Piper, my chinchilla, has been very unwell this week, so I just haven't been up for filming. So I'm really sorry. But I want to make sure that I'm putting out content that I would want to watch and that I'm not just sort of filming for the sake of filming and stuff. So I really appreciate you guys being patient with me when I'm just not up for filming and editing. So thank you so much for everyone who subscribes and follows my content or just clicks on a video that might randomly pop up in your feed. I do genuinely appreciate it. I do spend a lot of time and effort on these videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!